Hi, this is astrologer DK Brainerd, and I want to share with you my 7 eclipse remedies. These are 7 simple and effective tools that you can use during eclipse season, which is the twice annual period of about a month where we have a series of eclipses, or any other times where the energy is running high and you feel unbalanced and feel like you need to ground yourself out. So, eclipses are these gigantic energy accelerators. Eclipses are good because they move us onto our soul path. They break us out of places that we're stuck and sort of force us to grow and evolve. But they can be, the eclipse season, the time around the eclipses, can be a very difficult time emotionally and even mentally. People tend to get a little bit crazy, the energy's chaotic, our normal routines are disrupted, and it can be a hard time for us to feel like we're staying focused and centered in our spirituality and in our soul selves. So the first eclipse remedy is get in touch with nature. We in the West, we tend to live in this sort of incredibly divorced state from the healing power of nature. And getting in touch with natural rhythms, with natural energy, whether it's sitting out in the garden or even making a snowman during the winter, or if it's too cold to go outside, spending some time just touching or gazing at one of the plants that you have in the house. Nature is incredibly powerful. We tend to think of ourselves in the West as somehow above nature, but a more holistic viewpoint would be that we grow out of nature. And so getting in touch with what is our natural environment is very healing and stabilizing. Second eclipse remedy is ground out the energy. So during eclipse seasons, we tend to be running a much higher amount of energy than normal, whether that's psychic energy that you're picking up from the people around you or just the cosmic energy that you can feel flowing through you. It's really important to stay grounded. There are lots of great grounding visualizations that you can find on the internet. I highly recommend using those. But there are also just very simple common sense ways to ground the energy. Go for a long walk. Go to the gym and exercise. Go to the pool and swim. Go do some yoga. Yoga is great for grounding the energy. Anything with water tends to be very grounding, so putting your feet in a stream or a pond or even taking a nice bath, very healing and stabilizing. Third eclipse remedy is reduce expectations. What tends to happen when the energy gets really high is that we go into fight or flight mode, survival mode, and that dumps us into the reptile brain, the ego brain, which tends to magnify everything. So we go into this sort of panic state. And just the act of saying, okay, things are a little bit crazy, they are going to be for the next 2 weeks or so, so I'm going to reduce my demands that I'm making on myself. A great thing to do is just ask yourself, when I'm dead and gone, is this really going to matter that I finished whatever this thing is on my list and on this deadline? Probably the answer is no. Number 4 eclipse remedy is music. Music is soothing for the soul. If you're angry, sometimes listening to angry music can help you get that anger out, help you rebalance. There's a lot of great music, kirtan music, devotional chanting, beautiful music that's being made specifically to help us to ground ourselves and to return to a state of harmony. And if you play music or sing, that's even more powerful. Number 5 eclipse remedy, get into the right brain. This is similar to the music remedy, but the right brain is the creative side of the brain, and we tend to spend most of our time in the ego brain or the left brain, the thinking brain, but the fact is that the left brain can't create anything new. So it's the right brain, the creative unconscious, that enables us to come up with new ways of dealing with our challenges and with creative solutions for helping ourselves feel better, helping ourselves move forward to where we want to go. So anything that gets you into that creative, childlike state, that could be dancing, anything that the right brain is connected to bodily movement, drawing, anything that you're doing that's a creative, artistic activity is going to help you balance out that energy and feel better again. Number 6 eclipse remedy, change the scene. As somebody who recently had a baby, one of the things that you do when your baby's crying or your baby is just cranky and you can't figure out what to do is you change the scene. You take them for a drive in the car, you take them for a walk out in the sunshine. And when we get into these sort of ego lockdown states that we tend to go into when we're in panic mode or fight or flight mode, we're actually acting like babies. We've lost the ability to sort of guide ourselves to a harmonious state of being. So be your own parent. Change the scene. Go outside for a walk. Put on some music that you like. Watch a movie. Call a friend. Go out to eat. Whatever. Just walk away from whatever situation is causing the panic. And then the number 7 eclipse remedy is pray. And I don't mean this strictly in a Christian sense, although if you're a Christian, then, praying in that way is great. What I do mean is ask for help. In the Bible it says that God will never test us above what we're able to bear. And I think a lot of times the reasons that we don't get the help that we need is we just don't have the awareness to ask. So if you're feeling crazy, if you're feeling unbalanced, if you're feeling like you're in a state of despair, ask. Say, look, I need a little help here. I can't go on living like this. I need something good to happen, I need to be able to feel calm. And it's amazing how, that proverb, ask and you will receive, it's amazing how true that is. So I hope that you found these helpful. If you would like to read these online with even more tips and even more details and resources, come over to my website, www.wordsforthepeople.com, and I've got the 7 eclipse remedies posted there. This is astrologer D.K. Brainerd saying, may you go with the stars.